Hello friends, my name is Hamid. Today I'm working on the Samsung oven with double door. I'm replacing this front left element today, and I'll show you how to do this. In order to order any parts for this particular oven, you need to know the model and serial number. To get the parts, you have to get the model number. So the model numbers are usually located right here. If it's not there, it's there. If it's not there, you have to look at the bottom, it's there. And if you don't have it anywhere there, open the door, look at the bottom right in this area. And if you don't have it in here, look on this corner, the sticker, or on the left hand side, a sticker. You will find it there. So there's so many places that you can find the model number on this unit. In order to replace this element, you have to take 2 screws from the bottom out. There's one Phillips screw right here, another Phillips screw right there. I pulled it out already, and now I need to pull the unit out. So before I pull the unit out, I'll give you another tip here. In case if you wanted to replace any of these switches, by taking only those 2 screws off from the bottom, you can actually lift up the whole top. See, those 2 screws are out. Here, you can lift it up like this, and then just put a hammer or a box or something underneath, and then you can take your knob out, hold it tight, wiggle it back and forth. There's 2 screws, those 2 screws comes out, and then you can replace your switch. But before you do any of this, make sure turn off your oven first. Turn it off from the breaker if you're replacing any of these switches, or if you want to do the elements, pull out the unit. And I'm going to do this. For the floor protection, I always use glides or air slit. You can pull out the unit with it. Always do that just to be safe and not to scratch any flooring on the customer house. The unit needs to be unplugged first, because safety first. And before you get to the back of it, you can always ask your customer for a vacuum, or just to use a wet towel, clean the back, so that way it's nice to work in a clean area. In order to take the back panel off, you have to take this screw off, that screw off, 1 screw here, and then you got 2 screws here. It doesn't matter, you can take this one out or that one on both sides. What I do is, usually I take these screws out and I lift up the whole top. The front screws, do not forget to take those out first, because you cannot open the door anymore once the unit is out. And then you can take these 2 screws out. If there's any kind of scratches on the floor, before you even pull the oven out, tell your customers to make sure you're on the safe side, because they don't know if you did this or it was from there before. So you lift up the top and push it just a little bit to the back, so it sits on those both sides, and then you can lift up the back panel. There's a small tab, you need to press on it and disconnect it. The same thing, a small tab. Press it with your finger or flat screwdriver and disconnect it. You see the way you want to pull out this clip, press on it, push it down. You want to do this with all the elements. This is the warmer, the element for warming. For warming element, you press on it, pinch it, and then push it down. So everything is loose, but it's still not coming out. And I'll show you something here. Look at this part. I got these. In order to take these out, you just kind of open it apart here. And the last one is right there at the end. Usually check my element before I even pull the oven out, just to make sure I do not have any crack, damage or anything on the element, or I want to make sure I have the right element. That's more important, because you don't want to open apart everything and then find out that you have a bad element or you got the wrong element. So I check this element before I pull the unit out. So look at you kind of have to hold the element in this position. You feel that it's almost sitting here. Look at the number 27, 38. We are looking for the number between 27 and 38. So 27 and 33. This clip, bracket clip, goes on number 30. You kind of pull it out like this. The way this clip goes in that corner, like that. There we go. It goes on at the edge, just like this. I got number 36 here. 36. That goes right here, just like that. And if you look at this little small nipple, that small nipple gets inserted in this little small hole. You can see that hole. Here. And now by using a needle nose plier or a flat screwdriver, you can disconnect these wires one by one. Do not pull it from the wire, always pull it from where the wire goes into it, and then we connect it back in here. You can also do all of this once, disconnect each of those one by one, take pictures, and then you can do this. Or if you do not want to take picture, then you have to disconnect each of these wires one by one. Disconnect it and reconnect it at the same time. These two small wires are for the sensor. Double check your wires when you disconnect your wires from a different spot. Sometimes you will get a loose connection. It can short to ground and damage something. So double check your wires after installation of the element, and then go from there. For these top panelings, before you take them out, you can always just mark down front, back, because you can also get confused and install this opposite way. It may work, it may not work, or it may give you a hard time. So if you mark this down before doing the installation, before doing the removal, then you're on the safe side. See, that one sits good. So the way I did the installation of these brackets, I don't know if you can see it easily or not, I realigned that side bracket, that one, and then this one I had to kind of push it and then bring it up here. Kind of have to push it and then let it sit like that. And if possible, even mark out these, mark down where the screw goes, because you can also make a mistake in installing this like one screw towards the front, and then at the end the cooktop may not go back together on the top of the oven. So this is also important. Mark it down where you're taking the screws off, and usually if you don't mark it down, you can actually see the screw holes are a little bit shiny. So that shows that there was a screw being used. Even if you don't have to mark it down, remember that shiny silver marks on this black trim piece. These connectors gets inserted from inside. There is a hole you're gonna look for, and then follow that from the top. Before you add this screw, you see right here there's a bracket. You see that bracket in here? You want to insert this bracket right here properly. If you don't do that, again it will stay up and then it's not going to work out well. So push it, push it down and then push it towards the front. That way this little small L-shaped bracket sits inside there. I think it kind of sits like this. The other one, I put it from underneath, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to make a big difference. These the small tabs, push it back in. Don't get confused by this one, you don't need this, just stays like that. There's one clip here, another clip at the bottom. They go in those places. One gets inserted here, the other one goes at the bottom. double check the oven just to make sure the oven is working, because who knows, I'm working on the top and by mistake if I disconnected the wire and I finish my top job, I will get a recall back and the customer would complain that it's not working. So that's why I have to check my oven, my bake, broil, convection, make sure everything seems okay, and then after that, of course, you check your top first after the repair, and then if everything seems okay, you're good. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you guys have any questions, please comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share it with others. You can also follow me on Facebook. It's called Hamid Appliance Repair. Thank you.